It's time for the Big Bad. Here are your wandering DMs, Paul and Dan.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Big Bad, where each week we invite a different group to face off against us in an action-packed game of Dungeons & Dragons. They've got just a few hours to stop an evil plot, score the most points on the leaderboard, and see if they can take out the Big Bad. Today's game is brought to you by Dwarven Forge, makers of fine gaming terrain. Visit them at dwarvenforge.com to learn more about how to bring your games to life using their amazing modular terrain pieces. I'm Paul Siegel, I'll be your referee today, and I'll be doing my best to make fair rulings for everyone in the game. With me as always is our dedicated adversary DM, the Big Bad himself, Dan Collins. Dan, who are you playing today?
Thank you, Paul. I'm playing Sigilius the Vermicular, the nefarious leader of the Cult of Worms. My loyal cultists have abducted the foolish adventurer Eric the Brash, and we are preparing to sacrifice him to the great crawling one deep underground. Any attempt to rescue him in these last moments is surely doomed to failure.
Look out, players. Dan hates to lose. I'll just remind you that I'm in charge of the rules here. I wouldn't trust anything that guy has to say. Okay, let's meet our players. Joining us today are the East Coast Slayers, led by Steve McAuley. Welcome, Steve.
Welcome and thank you. My name is Stephen McAuley. I am the founder of the East Coast Slayers. I have been playing role-playing games for the better part of 30 years. We are sponsored by Credit UK, one of the dopest dice makers out there. We are so blessed to be here today, and I am surrounded by some of the best gamers on the planet. Thanks for having us, dudes.
Awesome. Tell us, Steve, who are you playing today?
I am playing Phalar the Fearless, High Elf, Cleric of the War Domain.
And what made you choose that character?
Well, interestingly enough, considering that I am generally not a fan of elves or clerics, the melding of War Domain really took over for me in that I just have the ability to help my fellow adventurers out while still laying on the boom.
What do you think Eric's going to say when he sees you coming to his rescue?
I believe he will be relatively shocked and expect something negative for me to say. I mean, chances are my disposition is that I judge people rather harshly, and I will probably say something along the lines of, typical Eric, sucker, always getting captured. And here I am, of course, to rescue you.
Joining us as well is Geoff Malyszka. Geoff, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Geoff, tell us who are you playing today?
I am playing Kayem, the Vanquisher, human barbarian.
Awesome. Why'd you choose that character?
You know, barbarians I've always thought of are just awesome characters, and I have yet to actually have an opportunity to play one in game play. So when I saw that one on the list, it was really enticing.
Joining us as well is Keith Morey. Welcome to the show, Keith.
How you doing? Thanks so much. I appreciate being here.
Awesome. Which character did you choose, Keith?
I am playing Hadraad Hellfist. He's a half-orc monk.
Excellent. What drew you to that character?
Yeah, ever since I was a kid, I used to watch those Channel 5 movies, all the Kung Fu movies, and I always thought, monks, Kung Fu. I thought it'd be a good way to go.
What ulterior motive does your character have for wanting to rescue Eric?
There's an interesting thing about my character. He's got a little evil built up inside of him, but he's very fearful of letting it out. So I think he's always trying to control that. So I don't know, dark things could be in store for Eric. We'll have to see.
Awesome. Also with us today is Todd Parkin. Welcome to the show, Todd.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for having us.
And who will you be playing today, Todd?
Today I'm playing Avery the Unerring. He's a human wizard, also a sort of teacher and a strategist, and looking forward to playing him.
Excellent. What brought you to that character?
So the first character I ever played in D&D was a wizard. So this was really just jumped on the chance to come back to the roots and get back into that role. Should be fun.
Joining us as well is Phil Huxford. Welcome to the show, Phil.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Who are you playing today, Phil?
Playing Ragnar the Even-Handed, gnome paladin.
And why did you choose Ragnar?
I loved his the description of his flaws, that he's kind of blind to his shortcomings, and being a gnome, that the irony was there. But definitely love paladins, love gnomes. Thought that he'd be a lot of fun to play.
What other terrible things have you heard that this cult has done?
What haven't they done? I mean, everything. If they kidnap somebody right off the bat, they're pretty bad. So I think like everything outside of that is blind to me. He's taken our friend, and we want him back.
Awesome. Great. Joining us as well is Chrissy SantaLucia. Welcome, Chrissy.
Hi. Great to be here.
Chrissy, who are you playing?
I am playing Issaglyn of the Magic Lute.
And what made you choose Issaglyn?
It's not a typical character I would play. I kind of think of her as being very girly, and I usually play someone who's not like that. So I thought it might just be fun to play something different.
Awesome.
I like the fact with this group that several of them have chosen characters that they're unfamiliar with and they don't usually play. I think those are excellent choices, and I will be happy to chew them up and spit them out over the course of the session, referee. So thank you for those choices.
Not my choices, unfortunately. All right, everyone. Let's take a look at what you'll be facing today. Roll the clip. You have entered into a massive cavern deep underground. The entirety of the cavern is dimly lit by a few torches and several large, low-burning braziers. The cavern is bisected by a narrow but deep and fast-moving river, banked by slick-looking rocks. The approach from the entrance in the northwest corner is flanked by massive stalagmites, offering some cover from the eastern half of the cavern. Here, the west-leading branch of the river moves more sluggishly, swirling around a natural grate formed of low-hanging stalactites. Across the river, a twisted stair has been cut into a pillar of rock, leading up to a rope bridge that crosses high in the air. To the east of the entrance, another gap in the stalagmites offers a different approach, leading to the crashing falls that are the source of the underground river. Across the river is a large, flat, open area where strangely colored fungi grow to enormous proportion from mounds of what appears to be churned up earth. Finally, in the southeastern corner, a rocky tor rises slowly up. Chanting can be heard from the cultists arrayed along the natural steps, leading ever upward to a flat platform where the cult leader stands behind a dark altar. On the platform before the altar lies the prone form of your friend Eric. What vile ritual or dark dealings do the cultists have in store for him? You must reach the pinnacle and stop the ritual before it's too late.
Let's go, baby.
Good, we got a lot of
That
cultists
was
to kill.
awesome.
That detail was amazing on those.
That detail is unbelievable.
Cool.
That was
Very
beautiful.
Cool set.
I'm gonna give some thanks to our partners at Dwarven Forge for supplying all the terrain that you guys are looking at and creating a great, really thrilling location for the Big Bad. And we do hope that our viewers will visit them at dwarvenforge.com to create their own amazing D&D encounters.
You can see up here is where your characters are congregated. Here is the river, as was indicated in the video. Just again to review, there's some stalagmites here along the ground in this very one single giant massive cavern. You feel like between the cover of those stalagmites and the crash of the falls, that over here in this general area, perhaps you could potentially go undetected from the remainder of the cavern. Although you do hear the faint echoes of the chanting from the cultists who are up here on the opposite corner.
Uta sapian quis dolor posora codomentum.
Large open area with churned up earth and fungus over here, sloping tor rising up in this direction. River splitting left and right here to a small island where there is a spiral stair that leads up to a very high, 40-foot high at least, rope bridge that crosses to the top of the tor. So, the game is now yours, players. Feel free to strategize and then let me know what you'd like, how you'd like to start out.
Hey guys, just as an incentive, every time we win, I pull a section.
So we want to prolong this as long as possible.
Yes.
Bravo. Bravo.
That's great.
Feeling so incentive.
We're
looking like we got-
Question. Slow moving bit of river, I heard at one point. Is that sort of the southwest portion over by the rope bridge?
The river is generally fairly fast and deep, moving rapidly to the south. Where it forks here to the west, it does look a little slower, and it kind of swirls and pools just here on the edge amongst some low-hanging stalactites on the edge of the board here. The south-running section is much swifter, and at the very bottom southern edge of the board, it sucks down into an underground section from perhaps which no one would ever return. I will point out
how wide is that river?
It varies from 10 to 20 feet depending on the portion. In fact, possibly the narrowest spot is right here, where it maybe comes as close as 8 feet. I will point out there's a north indicator on the overhead map here. As we play the map, I may the board actually does move. I may rotate it, so you may want to use north, south, east, west.
Southern route gives us cover with the potential for a slower moving river, but the potential to fall into something. Northern route seems a bit more direct with faster moving water and potentially myconids. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, when he said fungus, I was definitely thinking that. I don't know. I think we got to make a decision relatively quickly here.
My concern with the longer route is we'll be battling totally uphill with great visibility for them coming down on us the whole way. It might be better to try to sneak up on them via the rope bridge. Seems a little bit more hidden.
Yeah, we've all got good climbing, or some of us have good climbing, and we got that water that water spell that one of you guys has for the river.
That water spell is not going to do a whole lot. It'll displace. I can destroy water of like 10 gallons, which might help a touch.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Not
I
much.
can also
I
help
do
by
have
swimming well with
guidance.
the. I was just saying I can help
That's
with
right.
swimming pretty well with the gloves of swimming.
Okay. The other thing I was thinking
Guidance,
is
which could help with ability checks.
Where is the rope bridge?
Back to the south.
it kind of leads straight across to the platform where the cultists are. And I'll say one thing: we do have a fly spell. We could certainly get one person flying up there for a real element of surprise on that bridge, or maybe even over that bridge. Try to buy the rest of us some time to get up safely.
I can also go under the
don't
bridge.
split the party, right?
Does that help you, Chrissy? You
Oh,
can
I
sort of
got
see
you.
the characters
No.
up front
Yes.
in the foreground
Yes,
there, and you can,
I
and you can
definitely
see
can.
the
That's great.
approach, and then the bridge.
I gotcha.
Super helpful.
Just if we're going to
I was
go
just
across that
gonna say-
water, we can get more. We can get Morey over the, or we can get Hodor over the water. There, we can tie some rope and get across that water a little bit easier if we still have to use our climbing
Hodor.
spells. Yes, I called you.
Pepper sauce. Why
Is
don't
that
we
okay
just
that I call
learn
him
our
Hodor?
role here? Hodor. That means he can't speak pretty much, except say Hodor.
Pretty much, you can just nod.
Good.
Pretty much.
Hadrad.
All right.
Oh.
So it sounds like we sort of
I
picked the
think-
direction, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going
does
south.
everybody
I think we-
want to go?
Yep, I like it.
I
Or
agree.
essentially
Straight
right
at 'em.
from
Let's
where
get
we're
our
positioned.
scouts out
We
there
want
and
to go
start
right.
checking. Perception
So yeah,
checks.
let's get some.
Certainly want to be stealthing because this isn't that huge. I bet they can hear us if we're not quiet.
Mhm.
I am
So
at
I shouldn't
disadvantage
stealth?
on stealth because I'm wearing chainmail. So I'm going to be a bit of a clanker, as they call in the Clone Wars.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
All right, Rackner.
My armor
Rackner, let's do
in
it.
0 stealth. Everybody stand back.
Who's got a good? Let's get a good
Do you
perception.
want
roll there,
me?
though.
Do you want me to
Okay.
pull the? Oh, the spells have changed. I don't have silence anymore. I could have pulled a silence spell and gotten us there.
That's about right.
Let's have some fun.
Okay,
Yeah, let's go.
let's start. Who's stealthing up front? Is that Kayem?
Yeah, but
Kayem and
I'll put
Ragnar.
myself only at 2. I wouldn't mind putting somebody else in front of me. Well, actually, no. I need to jump in. I need to jump into the mix here. Somebody stealth out there.
Ragnarok and Cayenne Pepper Sauce have got the leads.
Far out. Okay.
So,
So,
10 minutes. Now, we've all agreed we're going to walk down the stairs.
With perception checks.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, can somebody
Why don't
give us
we
a
have
perception
one
check
person?
first? Can we do that, or does it have to be one of us? Can we do a quick perception check?
So the entire cavern is dimly lit. There are these various braziers and torches about, but they don't cast very much light. So the entire area is lightly obscured. So you can make a perception check. It will be at disadvantage because of the poor lighting, unless you have dark vision.
I've got dark vision.
I have dark vision and pretty good perception.
And then let's do nighttime. Let's do dark order.
DM question: okay. Do you guys have us all roll an average, or do you take it from just one? How do you guys play that?
I'm looking for one person here who's taking points. Somebody who is sort of looking around to see what they can see.
Then it should be.
Dudes, I've got dark vision and I'm a +6.
Yeah, that
Go
works.
for it.
All right, then you.
Yeah, dark
You're
vision with
Phalar
a +6.
from his position takes a pair. Go ahead and give me your roll, Phalar. Go ahead and roll for me.
I rolled a natural 1.
Phalar, the stone seems
right?
relatively solid. It is a bit damp in here. A little bit of spray from the falls maybe just starts to reach the edge of the stone where you're standing. You don't see any pitfalls or mechanical traps or anything that would cause concern.
Great.
You do notice that these stalagmites here you feel like make good cover, and the falls are actually fairly noisy. So you think that a stealthy approach could potentially work.
Clear sailing, guys. Let's just march on ahead as quickly as possible. There are no traps whatsoever. Damn it! How do you roll a 1 on your first roll? How do you do that?
I'm supposed to be. Because you suck.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the bad roller.
Yeah, let me.
I know a couple.
So marching order, you guys want to keep it?
I want to be in front. I want to lead you guys. Let me do it.
You stay behind.
All right. Come on up and take Ragnar's place.
All right, Issaglyn.
No. Nobody takes my place. I'm fine up front. I'm going to the middle stalactite. Everybody stand back.
Great.
Are you just going, or are you being at all stealthy? Oh, never mind. We're just going.
Are you attempting to be stealthy, Ragnar?
Yeah, I'm always stealthy.
Okay,
I'll
take a stealth roll. Now, normally, because of the cover and the poor light and the fall noise, I would give you advantage. I think, however, you're at disadvantage because of your heavy armor, so it's just going to be a straight roll.
13.
So, at this point, I'm going to ask for an initiative roll. So, Ragnar has scurried forward and been close to quiet, but definitely some clanking and shifting and scuffling. Hadraad, what would you like to do?
So you did say initiative. So did anything pop out or anything that we see? Anything that we
Nothing
notice?
has popped out, but possibly Ragnar has made some noise, and perhaps enemies might be aware of his presence.
What was that?
I am going to stealthily go up next to him.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll, and it will be at advantage again because of the cover and the noise of the falls.
Gotcha. 13 altogether.
You want to be
he's got
behind him,
45.
in front of him?
Right next to him if possible. I'm trying to see the board. Yeah, that's good.
Right there? So kind of a little bit
Yes,
further
sir.
south than him. And any other actions, Hadraad? You're just moving up there.
Right now, that's... can I also proceed for chaps right here?
Sure. Where? Just on the
Or is
floor,
it
the ground
split?
around here? You're looking around?
Yeah, just in the general area. I see that we're in front.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
12.
Ground looks sturdy and solid to you. Plain stone cavern floor. Avery.
Okay, a little hard to tell where I am, but I'd like to stay up on the stairs, but make sure that if I move, just be able to see what's going down on the floor. I'd like to ready my action for the appearance of any unfamiliar anything.
What action are you readying?
I'd like to cast a firebolt cantrip at whatever appears.
Issa.
I am going to do the same thing as Avery, kind of stay up there with him and ready a cantrip.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yes, please. It's less important because it's cantrips, but vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery.
Yeah, just so you again, probably doesn't matter for a cantrip, but typically if you ready a spell casting action and the event never happens, you still lose the spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But again, cantrips, probably not a big deal.
So, Ref, I've perceived something. Where and what am I perceiving? The lead stop major chant.
Yeah, specifically the head cultist standing in front of the altar has heard some noise, and looking down at the entryway, you can just see a little bit of green orc here, and the glint of metal armor back behind this stalactite here.
Shit, I see. Very good. I want Acolyte number 1 to continue the ritualistic chant. I want Acolyte number 1 as his bonus action to cast Bless on the lead cultist and Acolyte number 1 and Acolyte number 2. Sorry, I misspoke. I misspoke. That's Acolyte number 2 doing that. Acolyte number 2 is blessing the lead number 1 and number 2. I want Acolyte number 7 to cast Bless on number 8, 7, and 6. I want Acolyte number 5 to cast Blessed on Acolytes number 4, 5, and 3. Let's see here. I want Acolyte number 6 to cast Sanctuary on Acolyte number 8.
Damn it.
The lead cultist sees that piece of green and the sound from behind those stalagmites and says, "Wait! I detect intruders upon the final ritual in our innermost sanctum. This cannot stand. Defend yourselves, my loyalists. Defend yourselves with all your wormy power as I bring the final answer to these intruders." And I point to where I'm seeing behind those stalagmites, and I say the words of power, "Animal Plaga!" And I invoke an insect plague directly behind, with the edge behind those stalagmites. Yes.
Swarms of insects emerge up from the ground, emerge from the stalagmites before you, start crawling around.
I hope there's worms!
and worms indeed. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Worms, insects.
A saving throw. I believe it's dexterity. Is that right, Dan?
Correct.
That's a saving throw, dexterity DC 16 from Ragnar and
Correct.
Hadraad, please.
I got 23.
Yep.
That is a success.
Seems like a good number.
The total is 18,
15.
Ref.
Okay. Sorry, Ragnar, what was your save?
15.
15, I think, is just under. I think it's DC 16. So you said it was 18 damage. So Ragnar, you take 18 points of damage. Hadraad, you take 9 as the insects bite and sting and chew on you.
I would like Acolyte number 8 with his bonus action to cast Sanctuary on the lead cultist. And with his standard action, Acolyte number 8 continues the chant and says, "Vivamus congue commodus est vivere gravida." That is for everyone's information. This acolyte right here, he has just stepped up to the altar and retrieved from it. Go on, Dan. Yes, he has retrieved from it a crystalline goblin with some sort of organic material in it. And he reaches into it and he pulls out a still pulsing live, it appears to be some sort of heart from an unknown creature, perhaps a small creature, perhaps. And as he completes the line of the ritual, he consumes it entirely, like this.
Wow.
Things are progressing quickly.
That is
All right.
my turn.
Kayem.
We got him right where we want him.
All right.
Yep.
What's the distance between us and that main the guy chanting? Is that just like a ridiculous length of space? The guy standing on the corner.
It is quite far, and the area is dimly lit, so you can make them out. You can make out their shadowy forms, but it's not great.
I'd be at like a triple disadvantage if I was going to try to do something with that. Okay.
Triple disadvantage.
And about how much space do we have with what's this? Like, can I kind of tell how much diameter there is on the on all that crap going on?
The edge of the insect plague.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah.
The insect plague seems to be about a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
You can see the metal ring there, demarking the insect plague. You guys are up here at the entrance.
And so you think, like, with my speed of 40, would I be able to get through that?
Well, with a single move, you would probably not get through out the other side. Because it is
Well,
about
you could
40 feet.
go-
end
So you're
to
talking
end.
about, like,
It is
two
about
turns of damage,
around
essentially?
it, though.
if you
Right?
dashed, you could get through it.
Is it possible to go around it, or is there no travel through those
You could,
stalagmites?
if there's an opening in the stalagmites over here near the falls, and then you could walk along the shoreline here if you wanted to. If you're assuming your goal is to get to the south, which I don't know what your goal is, where you're trying to reach. But if you wanted to get to this area here behind stalagmites, you could probably go around the outside along the shore, and then it would be difficult terrain to get through this little gap over here. It's quite a distance. You're not sure if you'd be able to do that in one round. You might accidentally end up on the wrong side of the stalagmites and be fairly visible.
Can I say something to my party?
Yes, absolutely.
Guys, what do you think about bringing them to us like a couple at a time instead of at a very large disadvantage us trying to go to them? Do you think there's a way we could draw them out a little bit at a time?
You mean kind of hang where we are and bring them to us?
And not necessarily hang where we are, but maybe do a couple things that kind of attract one or two guys maybe come out. So that we're not, I mean, either way, at the bridge or going up on the other side, I mean, we're at a disadvantage. They're looking down at us at either side. It's not what a stealth sneak up
They
at
have
on
the
at
higher
this point. So I
ground.
feel like we might want to just pull them out.
The question is, do we want to go, if pull them out and come backwards, or we want to go backwards, not go forwards, not go through it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying we have to go anywhere. Maybe just, I mean, obviously not hang out in this radius of vermin and shit, but maybe like, I don't know, maybe just start to come out, like to the left of the. See, there's like an area to the left of this ring where there's a little space.
Okay.
There's still a little cover from this, and then I don't know, maybe making some sounds. I mean, I don't know what we could do, but maybe we could draw them out a couple guys at a time instead of just forcing our way through.
I like it.
Either way, I can't let my my tribe, anybody in my group, suffer in there. So I'm gonna. Can I get in there and try to pull one of these guys back, pull one of these guys out as far as distance is concerned?
You're so brave. You're so brave. I love it.
I will. So Kayem, you probably have enough movement maybe to reach the gnome, scoop him up as your action, and then bring him back out of the back of the ring. You think you could do that?
Yes, that's what I'm going to go for.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you want me to roll for? Am I doing anything as far as...
Well, unfortunately, as soon as you enter the ring, you must make a dexterity save, DC 16.
Dexterity, yeah.
Unfortunately, Rep, that's actually a Constitution save.
Oh, it's a Constitution save. I'm sorry.
Yes, which I know is actually to the benefit of Hadraad, but I'm a big enough villain that I will not request a retake on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. Going to make a con save. Yeah, I got a 20 total. So I'll take
baby. Nicely done, brother.
And scoop up my little friend Rocknuts on the way through and bring him on out of the.
And are you like petting him to soothe him as you pull?
I'm whispering to my axe as I run into him, and I say, "By Tor, we must not let our friend suffer any more damage." And then go in there and scoop him up and bring him on out.
Excellent. Dan, would you roll us the damage for that he takes?
The damage was 18, so I believe he takes 9. Ralph.
Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you very much. Very good.
Cool.
Okay. Is there any problem with the area being difficult terrain and lightly obscure, Graf?
Oh, it is difficult terrain.
It's hard to scoop up the gnome.
I believe that's the referee's decision.
Gnome is little.
Now, the lightly obscured is still enough for him to see his target. He's going to use a standard action to scoop him up.
In addition, the insect plague also makes it lightly obscured. I would argue that the combination makes it heavily obscured and he cannot see the gnome.
No, incorrect.
I have bright, shining armor.
Yeah, he's shiny. He's shiny.
Yeah, you can see me from all the way up
You
there.
know
You
from
can see me
way
I'm
from
making
down
a
there.
call here. I'm making a call here.
What?
Looking at the board, it does look to me that even with double movement, because of Kayem's high movement score, he is still able to get just to the edge of the insect plague on getting out.
Yeah.
Nonsense, Rex.
Nice.
I'm so biting my tongue right now.
Phalar, your turn.
Damn you.
I am going to use my my movement to skirt the insect plague and get over to the gnome, and I am going to cure wounds on him.
You mean
Only about 20,
gotcha.
20 feet of movement there for you to reach where they ended up.
That's fine. My movement's 30 feet, so I'm a 1d8 plus 6 for healing. Philly, what's your hit point total?
Well, it was 9 off my hit points, correct?
Yeah.
I thought you were. Yeah.
That is correct. Yeah, so I'm still at 37. I would recommend holding that. Can I tell him to?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. You guys can. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you took the 18. My bad on that.
It's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. I'm fine.
Hopping on one foot.
Okay.
I hold him up like
I'm sorry.
I hold him up like Simba. I'm like
Ragnar, I think Ragnar did take the full 18. If I recall, you only rolled a 15
did I take
on the
the 18?
save. Yeah.
Ragnar took the 18.
Help. I need help.
Help.
Yeah, no, that's what I was doing, and I believe that Hadraad took 9. So yeah, I am going to use a first level slot for cure wounds, and I've got a 1d8 plus 6 on that, and you've got 8 hit points back, and I'm not using any bonus actions or anything, so I am done.
All right, Ragnar, it's your turn. You've just been medevaced from the swarming insect plague, healed by Phalar. What would you like to do?
It's exactly what I thought would happen, Paul. I'm happy that you asked me that. We have everything under control. I think I'm going to start walking like towards the. I think like we should probably start making our way towards the waterfall, right? Or should we go around the stalagmites?
I don't know.
Around the
Do you
still-
want to
I'd
just
say
go out into
waterfall.
the open room?
Waterfall area, definitely, yeah.
You want to just
Until he cats another
you want to just
goddamn
be
place.
out there again like this? You gonna do this
Absolutely.
like
Yeah,
this
like
after?
have them
Because
cast
you know what?
another
If
insect.
we're too far, away,
Yes.
and nothing's going to hit more than 120 feet. And if we're too far from that, there's no way they're dropping spells from the top of that, from the top of their little sanctum sanctorium. So yes, I say we go out on the open and try to draw them in, Chrissy.
I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I'm not
I'm
doing
going
that, but you
to
can.
like very cautiously and without fully exposing myself, hang my head out and start taunting them. Yeah, so I'm going to take my movement. I don't have anything that's going to like cast that far, but
It's about 10 feet
right around there. Right about there. That's
Yeah, right
good.
there? Okay,
That's
great.
good. I'm going to start screaming out my my best gnomish curses, which we can't put on camera. We don't want to do that.
Excellent. So the cultists, you are definitely aware of this gnome appearing from around the corner of those stalactites, swearing at you in gnomish.
Noted,
Hadraad
thank
Hellfist is up next, and you're in the midst of the swarming, biting insects and worms and other similar creatures.
Did I sense? Can I see them go in that direction? Did I sense that, or is that something that I did?
Lightly obscure does not make you blinded. It just gives you disadvantage to see certain things. So, yeah.
So I'm going to follow them out.
Very good. So,
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 will get you just here to the grid.
Remember, that's difficult terrain, Ref.
You're right. So that's 40. That's 40 to get you there. So you still have 5 more feet of movement if you want to keep going somewhere.
That's fine. No, I'm still kind of hidden from.
Trying to remain
them,
hidden. I'll take a stealth check. Hadraad. And
That's
I will give you.
fair enough.
I'll give you advantage on this roll.
I'm trying to get like it's looking on the screen, right behind that tallest stalagmite.
Come out on the opposite side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right, and stealth roll.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, please.
I'm rolling well. Now it's going to hurt me later on. Yeah, that is a 21.
Great. Okay, so the cultists, you have lost sight of the half orc moving about amongst the stalagmites. Hadraad, any action?
Nope, that is it for right now.
Very good. Avery, you are up.
And is there anyone else up there with me right now? Is Issy still up?
No, she's still right there. Yeah, she's right there next to you.
Yep, I'm with you.
Okay. And so here's a question for the referee. If the cultist leader up on top of the dais there could see the glint, can I also see the top where the cultist leader is? Acolytes up there?
Yeah, you can see him. It's dim, but you can see his shape up there.
And how far away would you say that is?
Quite far. You're impressed by the reach of his spell power there to bring that spell so close to your group.
Right. Well, I guess what I'm saying, if those are like, say, 10-foot sections, I'm guessing that's, I don't know, 120 feet or more, would you say?
Probably right on the cusp of that. If you're going to attempt something with a max range of 120 feet, I will measure after you've declared the action.
I'm just going to whisper to Issy that, this is a good situation where you just want to take decisive action early. And so I'm going to point at the... I guess I would say... we'll have time for that later.
Okay.
I want to point at sort of the middle of the dais, like as far as you can see, and point my finger and cast a fireball.
So right about where you saw them earlier drop the prone form of Eric.
Yes, pretty much exactly right there.
Very good.
But I'm also, I'll say up front, gonna sculpt spells and make sure that Eric does not get hurt.
Unfortunately, you have to have visual contact with Eric, who is now prone behind an altar. So unfortunately, from your angle, you can't actually see him. Correct.
Okay, I would have known that before I made this decision, right?
Sure. I'll let you rethink that. You start getting ready to incant the words, you go, oh, wait a minute. Eric.
So it's tough to tell from this angle, but is there a way that I could see him? I mean, he's flat and he's up high. But I'm also up high, right? So would there be a way to see his body and where he went when he was dropped?
So besides the two cultists, there is this black stone altar that they're standing in front of. Now behind the altar is the platform where you saw them drop the form.
I see.
So that is kind of obstructing your view. If you could get down around to the south side or the east side or the west side of the tour, you might have a less obstructed view. Likewise, if you could get above or at a higher vantage point, you might be able to get a view. But from way down here, it's quite difficult to see his body.
That makes sense. I thought it was the brown part that you can see right there. So I am not going to attempt to kill Eric in that case. Maybe I can do my original plan and direct a fireball such that it would affect those two on the edge, but not poor Eric behind the dais. I think that's reasonable.
Good. Yeah, you would like to perhaps hit a fireball maybe roughly 15 to 20 feet in front of him.
That sounds about right. Certainly could get those two people right there. Right, they're pretty close to each other.
Absolutely, they are.
Don't burn the bridge.
So right about here, you could blast your fireball, and I'm going to say that it's just going to get the team.
That might even get a third acolyte. Phenomenal.
He's way down. I think he's too far down.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's about 30 feet below the point.
Oh, okay, 30 feet. Forget it then. Okay.
That we're not seeing in the overhead. Excellent. Go ahead and roll your damage, and Dan, we will need to... this one is dexterity, right?
This, yes.
Fireball.
Yep.
Is that?
Yeah, fireball check.
Not the greatest. That's 19. Lots of ones and twos.
And I did say I was going to measure, so I'm going to quickly do that. You said the max range here is 120 feet?
It's 150 feet. On fireball.
You've certainly got that.
Oh, good.
No problem.
What's the DC on that, Avery?
14.
I'm including my blessings on both of my characters, but unfortunately I failed for both of them, Rev.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, boom, a huge blast of fire appears just in front of the tor, catching the cult leader and his chief acolyte there to the side, who was holding a bowl of strange objects. That
Not a good roll.
back the secondary cultist who drops dead to the ground. Still clutching to his chest the precious goblet of strange objects. I believe the high priest is okay, Dan. I believe he can withstand that.
I am burned! I am burned! My revenge shall be vast in its extent! Suffer now, fools!
Is this a concentration thing where the insect plague goes away?
Yes, I will need a concentration check from High Priest. Let's see. Did he take? He took full, so that's 19 is. Okay, so it's gonna be DC 10.
All right, I'm adding my blessing here. Oh Lord, I have rolled a natural 2, and therefore I failed that, unfortunately.
Oh, the biting insects are gone.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I do not need that spell anymore. It has done its job. I have many more threats beyond that.
Let's just go. Let's go forward.
Okay, I will point out that the acolyte who was killed was the one who had cast Sanctuary on the High Priest. However, that's not a concentration spell, so it remains in effect. Avery, any movement? You stay in there in the entryway?
I thought I had moved down with everybody else because of the distance. Right?
Well, yeah.
So I'm just huddled next to everyone else, but out of sight of the acolytes.
Okay, so you're trying to remain out of sight. Please roll me a stealth check.
Sure.
See if you remain out of sight.
18.
Okay, you have managed to remain. So currently the only one actually visible, most of the group is clustered behind the stalagmites, but the one who is clearly visible is the gnome.
So I've basically drawn the other acolytes' attention around that side of the stalactites.
You've shouted. You're clearly visible to the cultists, and you've shouted curse words at them. How they deal with this will remain to be seen. But it is actually Issaglyn's turn. Issa, what are you doing?
Oh, whoops.
Okay, so I'm still up here by myself, right?
You're still at the entrance. Yep, we can just.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is kind of sneak down to where, not to the, I guess that would that be the east side or the?
Are you trying to reach closer to where the gnome is to? Ragnar?
No, the other side.
The other side over here, where you can see Kayem.
Right, go the other way.
Yeah.
Yep. Because the swarm is gone. Right?
That is true.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm going to kind of sneak down there.
Okay, that's about 30 feet of movement. Will you roll me a stealth check, please?
Sure.
And that is you, Geoff.
Ooh, 19 plus 3, 22.
Right. You skulk along and hide yourself behind the stalagmites. Any action?
Okay.
It's fine, it's all fine.
So can I ask, like, which way do you guys want to go? Do you want to go the other way now? Like the opposite of where,
No, I want to go the original way where we're going to go. I want to go the original way.
Doing about face.
And jump up through there. Yeah. Because he's distracting him to the other side. So let's get up to there.
I am looking at you and I am agreeing, but I am also I'm about to be up, and I am going to say I'm going to go with a direct shot. If the 150 feet work from the stairs, I have every intention at going after the cultist leader almost immediately on my turn.
I'm going to cast See Invisibility just to make sure nobody else is sneaking up on us, just kind of looking around where we are.
You incant the magical spell to allow you to perceive invisible creatures, and you don't see any.
Okay, but it lasts for an hour, right?
It is a duration of 1 hour, not concentration. That is correct.
Yep.
So for the next hour, you can stay invisible, and it does not require a concentration.
Well done.
Nice.
Very good. It is the cultist's turn.
I want the acolyte number 1 to move out onto that lower mesa. It's got kind of a green splotch on it there.
Yep.
As far over as possible, and cast Sacred Flame upon
as far as
Ragnar.
You can go. You want him to come all the way up to here?
Yeah, right there. Yeah,
right behind the mushrooms. Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on Ragnar.
Excellent. I believe that is a saving throw of some sort. DC 13.
Dex save.
Dex.
Yeah. Now the range is 60 feet. Yes.
Go ahead. Give us the save.
Dex
15 total.
13.
You made the save.
All
You
right.
resist the dark magics he attempts to inflict you with.
I want cultist number 2 to move down a standard move and try the same thing.
I like the tape measure.
Comes down the stairs and just within range. You can just reach him.
Excellent. Sacred flame upon the gnome. Dex 13.
17.
He again resists your foul magics.
Curses.
He's so small.
The lead cultist points back at the bridge and says the words of power, Fidei Custos, and invokes a guardian of faith 30 feet away from him on the bridge.
A spectral black worm-like tentacle reaches up out of the ground here and carefully guards this position.
Great. The lead priest turns to cultist number 7 and says, "Get up here and continue the ritual." And cultist number 7 says, "But sir, it does not look like it has worked very well for cultist number 8." And the lead says, "Nonetheless, my loyal follower, the ritual must continue. The sacrifice must take place. Come here immediately." And he does that.
Excellent. That comes right up here.
Yes.
Gives that cultist body a nudge.
Main cultist down. He was just tossed off the side.
Which has been swept away by the river.
From his clutches, he picks up the crystal goblet that's currently fuming from the prior fireball. But nonetheless, the items within are still pulsing with unholy life. And he plucks one off the top. It looks like this. And he says the words, "Ut tapius est vitae imperdiat." And then he consumes it. Like this.
Where to?
What happens if the DM is too full to continue?
That's a good question.
It's so good.
This is a larger prop than we used in the previous episode. Dan may have literally bitten off more than he can chew.
No.
You broke the lamplight record.
What else do you
Anyway,
have?
that's my turn. That's my turn, Rex.
That's the entirety of your turn?
That's the entirety of my turn.
Very good.
All right.
So it's Kayem the Vanquisher's turn. Kayem, your whole
And where is
sort of clustered over here by the stalagmites.
And where is Hadraad? Is he near me? I can't really tell him.
He is literally right next to you.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm gonna go
contact.
up. I'm gonna try to stealth up the chute that we were originally gonna go, and I'm just gonna make sure that he knows that that's where I'm going. Like, kind of gesture to him.
Yeah. You give him a little tap on the shoulder.
Because I need you. I need you with your swimming gloves to get to this point up here.
Yeah.
So roll for stealth.
Sure.
Advantage.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
All right. It's going to be an 18 total.
Very good. Kayem, what's your move is pretty fast, as I recall. Kayem, you have
40. I'm assuming I can't dash and stealth at the same time. So
if you're being stealthy, then there's no dash, and you've just moved to that point. But if you just want to run and jump, that's also cool.
No, I'll go like this. I'll go stealth and stay and be there. Yep.
Okay. So
and can I just hold my action in case something sneaks up? I may just hold for an axe attack.
Excellent.
Just in case.
Ready to attack anything that approaches you with your axe. You are well prepared. Very good. So it is Phalar's turn.
Can I see the lead cultist behind the stalagmites, or am I blocked?
You can see him. You can certainly see him up there.
Okay.
But again, if you lean out and use a range attack or cast a spell or something like that, that will certainly give away your position.
Yeah, I'm going to give away my position, and I'm assuming that if 150 feet was good for the stairs, that 120 feet range should be pretty decent. My movement is that I want to move down a little closer to him, behind the stalagmites, as close as I can get with my 30 feet of movement. That brings me closer to him. where I can still see him. And I want to fire a 3rd level guiding bolt spell at him.
If you want to do your full 30, you could even get about 10 feet behind Kayem.
Don't get so close to me.
Sorry.
I'm like
But
totally in secret right now.
I apologize, but I am about to layeth the smacketh downeth upon this dude. I am guiding bolt at a 3rd level slot, which would give me 66 if I hit upon this. And I just literally converge, and my rage, as even though I sit at a neutral good character, I look up and I go, Lugon, you of the bronze skin and Empyrean, I have sacrificed and battled for you. You are my hero. And now it is time to vanquish the big baddie. 3rd level slot, guiding bolt. I am at a 22.
Ref needs a wisdom save to get past the sanctuary.
Correct. He does have a sanctuary spell, so you will have to make a wisdom save in order to target him with an offensive spell.
I got a 17 natural.
Well, there you go. You've broken through the sanctuary and blast him with your guiding bolts. Go ahead and roll.
So that's 66 damage.
What?
Roll better than I did.
3, 6, 9, 14, 15, 16, 20, 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage to the High Priest.
Clerics! Clerics of law! No, not in this place! You shall truly suffer, as I have suffered by your hand!
Bring it. Bring it. The next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage. So Ragnar has advantage because there is a dim, glittering, purplish light surrounding this lead cultist.
Ragnar.
Let's go, Ragnar.
It's your turn.
Come
Come
on,
over here on
Ragnar.
this side of the...
Unfortunately, Ragnar doesn't have anything that will reach that far, except for his words of gnomish swearing. So I'm going to.
Ref, it does say the next attack roll made against this target. So if Ragnar does not attack, technically that could go to the next person after that. Correct?
I totally agree.
Right.
Until your next turn, the very next attack made against the High Priest will have advantage.
So I'm going to slowly.
Feel free to
sheathe my
choose the
sword
weakest
back.
attack possible. If Ragnar chooses not to attack, it can go to someone with an even weaker attack. That's among your options, just so you know, players.
Ragnar, you're sheathing your sword and...
And I'm kind of like waving goodbye. I'm going to sneak back behind the stalagmites.
Okay.
And start making my way towards the other guys.
Okay.
As stealthy as a gnome in armor.
Very good. So it's going to be a straight stealth roll. Again, normally at advantage, but disadvantage because of your heavy armor. And yeah, I think you have a movement of 25, which will get you right about there.
Yeah. So this is not a save, it's just normal stealth roll?
Normal stealth roll.
Then just 16.
16. All right. That I think that's sufficient for you to be hidden. And it is Hadraad Hellfist's turn.
Am I able to climb over if I use the dash as a bonus action? Can I jump over? Because like my speed is 45 with dash and double quick 95. I'm sorry, 90.
Yep.
Am I allowed to jump over the river and everything right here and attack the first acolyte?
So dash would be your action, unfortunately.
But I can use the bonus action for using 2 points to use flurry of blows, or is that after an attack? So I can use
I believe
my
you have to
bonus
make an
action.
attack first. No, you're pressing my knowledge. I'm going to look it up.
Oh yeah. After you attack action on your turn, so that would not be the attack action. I got you. So
Correct.
scratch that. That was just a. I was thinking about jumping over and attack, but you can't do it with the dash. I'd have to do it after.
Yeah, you would need
So I'm
something
going to go.
to give you a little extra.
I agree that Hadraad does have dash as a bonus action if he spends a key point.
Oh, right. Yes, there is a monk ability that will allow you to dash for a bonus. Yes.
Right, but can I use the bonus before then attack after? I thought it had to be after.
No. The order of movement, action, and bonus action is fluid, and you can do them in whatever order you want.
Okay. If
So you
that's the case,
If you want to spend a point of key to take the dash action, you could totally run over there and possibly attack one of the cultists.
and then it would be using a second one to do the. Oh no, okay, it wouldn't have to be the flurry of blows. Then it could just be a regular
Right,
attack.
you would not get the flurry of blows because you would have used the bonus action to dash.
Excellent, perfect. I'm going for it.
Yeah, you're gonna go for it. Okay.
I am jumping up, climbing over. I'm jumping across the river with Hip Breaker, which is my club.
Great.
And I have up to 90 feet.
Regardless of how I look at that, whether you difficultly scurry over the stalagmites or run around them, that's about that.
Yeah, I'm trying to very cool. So I also have the gloves of climbing on.
Oh, you have the gloves of climbing. Yep, very good, very good. Now you will have to make a jump check. So you will have to make an athletics check to leap over the river at this point.
And that would be a 16.
So 15,
do it, baby.
25. And then from there, 30, 40, and then you want to just use the. There's actually a step here, so it's actually
Right, but I had the dash going right, so that was 90 feet.
What I was trying to get at here for you, Hadraad, is that you have two targets.
Okay.
There is one cultist right here, and another one up here a little bit higher.
Oh, gotcha. I'm going for the first one.
My question to you is, do you want to specifically target one of them, or do you want to climb up to be right in between them?
So I will move in between, so they're both in melee range.
Very good.
And the guy who's closer to the pillar side, so closer
This
to
one
the
in the
south.
back. Yep. Very good.
Correct. And I'll attack him with my club,
Go for it.
and that is a 16 to
16, I think,
That's a hit.
certainly hits a cultist.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's a 1d6 plus 2. That would be 5 points of damage. And then on my second attack, I'm going to hit 10.
Go for it.
2. That would be a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
And, okay, a little bit better. 5 plus 2, 7 points of damage.
With 2 rapid strikes, you beat that cultist about the head and shoulders, and he drops.
Yes.
Oh, I have no other action, right? I moved,
Yes.
I bonus, I'm good.
Yeah, you used your bonus, you used your attack. You are
That's my key
full up
point. I got it marked.
and it is Avery's turn.
Okay, might need a little help with the visuals here. How far am I from the other members of my party that have gone over towards that bridge?
So there's a bit of a line of them you can sort of see here.
Okay,
Kind of
yeah, that
strung
helps.
themselves out into a line.
Okay, so let's
you've
see
got
that first.
Issaglyn at the closest, and then Ragnar,
Right.
and then further down is Phalar, and then Kayem at the farthest point.
And Kayem's pretty far, right? He went 40 feet or so.
Yeah, he went about 40 feet from where he was next to you. So, yeah, he's pretty
Yeah, so I can't really. Okay, then I like to go from my movement as close to them as I can, maybe over where Phalar is, even though I can't quite get to Kayem. As long as that gives me, again, good visibility up to the summit there.
30 feet will get you just next to Phalar, who actually positioned himself specifically to look up at the summit. So, yep.
Okay, and again, I'm not sure I can see perfectly well, but I think it'll work. I'm gonna do a fireball redux. Let's do the same as last time, same spot, so we don't hit poor Eric, but otherwise get those other 2.
Okay, again, a fireball igniting about 15 to 20 feet just from the front edge of the tor. Kaboom! Go ahead and roll us some damage, and then I'll save from High Priest and Cultist 7.
Oh, much better. All right, 10, 14, 15.
So is Eric actually protected from this? Because he's doing it up front.
Because he's intentionally targeting forward, so it just reaches just here.
30 on the money. 30 points of fire damage.
Boom. Is a 16
And the spell
save?
save is a... Yes, 14 is the DC.
Excellent.
Is that the same save for both of them or separate rolls?
That was the lead cultist, and the other one has failed it narrowly, unfortunately. So, yes, Acolyte number 7 takes full damage. And half is what?
He likewise drops, clutching the
Half is
goblet
15.
of strange objects to his chest defensively as he hits the ground.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
15 points. How's he feeling, big guy?
Ah! My flesh! It burned! It burned so terribly! And my holy vestments are charred and almost in ruins, but nonetheless, nothing shall stop the ritual sacrifice to the worm god!
All right.
You
That brings us
generally
to
don't become a
Issaglyn.
cult leader without, so.
So can I, from where I am, can I attempt to dispel his sanctuary?
I will measure after you declare because I think you feel like you are, maybe. You're not certain.
You gonna move?
You could move, try to be
I
closer
will
if you want.
move. Can I move to be a little bit closer?
You could move to where Phalar and Avery have been launching spells, if you like.
Yes, please.
Very good. That'll get you right here. You join the grouping of spellcasters there, and you attempt to cast a Dispel Magic at the
Okay, and that spell is
cultic.
what level?
It's just a first level spell, I believe.
Oh, it's just a first level spell. Okay, great. So I rolled a 17. Do I even need a roll?
Well, I'm just going to double check the range. I'm pretty sure you're fine. Wait, 120 feet, right? Yep, you're fine.
Yeah.
You good?
Yep.
Good thing you moved,
Yes.
though.
So Issaglyn joins the ranks of spellcasters and cants magical, bardic, powerful words and dispels the sanctuary upon the High Priest.
What? No.
Yeah, baby.
High Priest,
no.
you've now been targeted by several spells down here in the corner, so you are aware of and can target directly back if you want this cluster of spellcasters.
Can I see can I see the edge of the party over, like, who's closest to the falls right now?
Actually, Ragnar is the closest to the falls, so the whole party has moved back behind the stalagmites at this point. So,
Okay.
from here, Ragnar is kind of hiding behind these stalagmites. Can't really see him, but you can see this cluster of 3 spellcasters who have all peeked between these stalagmites here and fire spells at you. And of course, Hadraad Hellfist has made it clear across the water and is up on this platform.
All right. So I want Acolyte number 2 to step to the edge of the mesa there. Like, step down onto the stair.
Acolyte 2 is dead. Are you referring maybe to Acolyte 1?
Let's say yes. Acolyte number 1.
Acolyte 1 is in melee range with Hadraad. Just here.
Yeah. I pointed at Avery, and I know you have to measure for this, Ref, and I say the magic word for the command spell, and I command swim.
Excellent.
Shit.
Excellent.
Your wizard, perhaps a swim will be good for you.
You are in range with Avery.
I can't
Wisdom
counter
13.
spell.
What's the save
Wisdom
on that?
13.
Ref, is he within 10 feet of me?
Is Avery within 10
Is
feet of
Avery within 10 feet
of whom?
of me? Of Ragnar.
Ragnar, thank you. Yes, he is.
So you have a +2 on your saving throw, Todd.
Well, that's
By
exciting
being-
news. Anybody else I should know? I haven't rolled yet, so
Yeah, DC 13 wisdom roll. Go for it. Give us the roll.
DC 13 wisdom. Ooh. All right, I've got a 10 plus 3 on my wisdom, plus 2 is 15.
Excellent. You managed to resist the compulsion
baby.
to jump into the room.
Yes.
Dan, that was cultist number
What?
1. A few more cultists to go here.
I would like cultist number 3 to go down the stairs until he's in sight of Hadraad, that orc there.
Sure.
Say the magic word mandatum in order to trigger another command spell. And this command is flee.
Excellent.
Mandatum. Isn't that Age of Empires?
Hadraad, we will need a DC 13 wisdom save to avoid the compulsion.
All right, wisdom save. Let's go. +3. That would be 18 altogether.
That is enough.
Come on! What's I don't believe this.
Good job.
Good
job.
I could pan down. Doing all right here.
I've got a lot of respect for the cult leader, but the cultists...
Other cultists.
This number 4 goes down, gets inside of that orc, and casts Sacred Flame.
Cultist 4 is no longer living. I found it.
Who's that?
Oh, that's like my favorite answer. He's no longer living.
Lies! Scurrilous lies! I see what you're doing, Rev.
4 is still with us. I'm sorry. I miscounted.
All right, so same thing.
Hadraad needs a dex save 13.
I like dex saves. Oh, but not when you roll a 2. So that'd be a 7 altogether.
You take 4 points.
Better than
4
command,
points
dude.
of radiant damage.
All right, I take 4 points.
Take that.
4 points.
The lead cultist says to acolyte number 5, hide the sacrifice. The sacrifice must be unseen. Cover him up. And cultist number 5 unfurls his cloak and casts it over the top of the altar.
So it looks like a cloak now? A cloak-covered altar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll say he does that. He moves over there. He throws his cloak up onto not the altar, I presume, but the platform in front of the altar, spreading his cloak over the prone form of Eric.
Yeah. Right. The lead cultist says the words. Where is it? Fati custodem. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I invoke another guardian of faith as far down the eastern stairs as I can get it.
All right. You could put it between these two cultists if you wanted.
Perfect. It's spooky. It's a spooky, wormy tentacle.
He's had a shoot.
Black tentacle, spectral tentacle emerges from the ground there, threatening any who might arrive up the stairs.
So I point to number 6. Continue the ritual. The ritual sacrifice must be completed. It is the conclusion to all the work of my foul, wormy life. Finish the ritual. And he comes up. And that one says, Corabito sapianim dinissim vitae librero, and takes the goblet, which has somewhat fewer items, nonetheless still beating, pulsing, fuming creature hearts that look like this. And he looks at it and he doesn't look super happy, but nonetheless he follows the orders and he consumes it.
Oh, dude, we gotta get there.
Oh, man. This is definitely to our advantage.
Dude, we gotta get there, man. He's only got one left.
That is definitely the timing right now. When those are gone,
we gotta get there.
We are out of time. Oh, Kayem, do not attack the major cultist. Nobody has attacked him since my guiding bolt, and I'm gonna do that for advantage on that, unless you're really feeling strong about it.
Either way, the target's got to be the guy who's continuing the ritual anyway. You know what I mean? Like for us, like we want that ritual to be paused.
Yes, I'm going after the major. These cultists seem pretty on the fence about these like live beating hearts. So I think if we try to focus our power on the main big, that's our strength. But don't forget, if you do that, you got advantage on the attack.
Say that again, Steve? We have advantage on the attack?
Whoever attacks the lead cultist first, because of my guiding bolt, still has advantage on that attack until the end of my turn. planning to attack
your
again
the
as
end of
well.
your turn.
But
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
okay.
To be clear, that's only now Kayem and then you, Phalar. So you're the last two that can maybe take advantage of
Yep.
that. Kayem, it's your turn.
So
you are
all right,
here at the front of the pack, making your way to the south.
Kayem, I got a power packer. I'm yelling to you.
I won't touch him. Anyway.
Like,
okay. I'm gonna. What kind of a? I'm gonna try to jump across this little river here.
Very good.
What am I looking at? Like, does it look like a? I know you can't give me a number, but is it like for my guy's athleticism? Is it like a tough one? Is it something I've done before? Like, what is what am I feeling?
It seems fairly straightforward. The risk is high because the water is fairly fast moving. Although you can see that there are a bunch of stalagmites dipping into the water just along the edge here that maybe could also be grabbed onto in the worst should the worst happen. It seems within your range of ability to certainly just take a quick jump and run and hop across the space there.
Okay. Could I do in one action tie my rope around one of the stalactites or stalagmites, whatever they are, and jump across? With my goal being to leave it there for anybody else who tries to jump across.
It would just be your movement to jump across. So certainly as your action, you can fish out a rope and tie it. Yeah.
Oh, so I don't need to roll, but I need to roll athleticism still to jump the.
You'll still need to roll the athletics check to make the jump.
All right, so I'm going to do that as my action to tie it around there, and then hold on to it, and then attempt to jump across. So I have it to hold on to, and then I'll leave it there for everybody else in case anybody else tries to jump and doesn't make it.
So you come running up here. Go ahead and roll me that athletics check, please.
Roll low. Take a
natural 20.
Natural 20. Easily hop across the river.
Credit, baby.
That is about 20 feet for you. You still have 25 feet. Where do you want to go from here?
I'm going to continue towards where I can climb for the to get to that end of the bridge.
It's maybe a little hard to make out on the screen, but there are steps circling around this pillar. So you can literally just walk right up them if you wanted to.
And what if I wanted to just climb straight up them? Is that like an option at all?
If you just want to climb up the side, you could do that. It would require another athletics check to do it, and it would be at half movement rate due to climbing.
Okay. So I'm assuming that I don't have any other actions really because I used to tie the rope around the thing, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'll use the rest of my movement to get to the base right there, because I have a potion of climbing that I'm going to use on the next turn. But here, was there any opportunity to stealth there at all, or I don't have that because I used my
really
action?
Not a stealthy motion to come running across, holding a rope and leaping. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. No, that'd be pretty tough.
I see that.
Monk type
I
stuff.
see that.
I'm gonna. I'm just gonna. As a bonus action, then I'm just gonna get into a rage.
Okay, great. You start raging.
At this point.
Phalar, it is your turn.
All right, I am invoking my guided bolt, and I have a javelin or javelin of lightning that has a 120-foot range, and I am firing directly at the cultist leader right now with advantage. First roll.
Sanctuary. 7. I had Sanctuary just mere moments ago.
No, it's been dispelled, unfortunately.
What? Oh no.
First roll was a 7 with a +5 to hit is a 12. Second roll is a 19 plus a 5 for a 24.
Boom. I fear that I've been hit.
You've been hit, baby. That's going to be 1d6.
1d4.
That is the javelin of lightning, and I invoked its one charge of lightning. So you've got 6 points total of piercing damage. And you have another 9, 10, 11, 16 points of lightning damage.
Do I get a save on that?
On a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning. No save.
Right.
And that javelin better just be sticking out of you
and
at
a
this point.
Horrible stench of burning smoke, and the high priest's clothes are blasted entirely off, and you can see his entire skin has been tattooed with mottled worms all over his face and all over his body. And he goes tumbling off floor, screaming as he goes, "Ah, worm god! Ah!"
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Advantage on that, baby. My first roll was a 7.
You needed that advantage.
Definitely needed it.
We still gotta
Curse
take this
you,
guy out
players!
who's
Curse
continuing
you!
the stuff though.
Phalar, any further movement?
I am going to move. Can I get into range of any of the... Can I cross? I've got 30 feet of movement. Mm-hmm. Can I get across the rope? And I actually have a bonus action 3 times I can use prolonged rest to attack as long as I use the attack action, which is what I just did.
So with 30 feet of movement, 10, 20, you could get across. Now, I will still require an athletics check, but I will say with the addition of the rope that you will have advantage.
Okay. 19 on the first, 12 on the second.
Okay. Yep, you're able
with
to get
my
across
athletics bonus of +2.
Not a problem. You're able to get across.
Steve, that javelin attack that you did, can you cast that again, but you just don't have a javelin? Or are you out of the spells on that one?
No, I can use it as a javelin, but the charge of lightning is only once.
Yeah. To be clear, that's a magic item. It's a magic item that he has. It's the javelin of lightning. Also, it is now up on the tour, transfixed through the cult leader. So you would have to go retrieve it to use it again. And
I'm
the lightning effect
fully aware, but it is sticking out of him, correct?
Oh, yeah.
And emitting some purplish electric static just towards him. Perfect. With the worms leaving his body because they're just so nauseated by this thing just striking him.
Ragnar, you're up. What are you doing?
Well, real quick, the cult leader is dead, right? So the spiritual guardian is also gone?
Spiritual guard is not a concentration spell. So much like the sanctuary spell, it sticks around for its entire duration.
So how far between where I am and to jump over that?
About 40 foot of a run there to get to the edge of the water.
Okay, so I would have to do dash then. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna dash and try and jump across.
10, 30, 40. So with your last 10 feet of movement, you're making the jump. Go ahead and give me the athletics check, and again with the aid of the rope that Kayem is holding, I will give you advantage on that.
Oh, I got an advantage. All right, let me roll.
Yeah, Kayem has strung a rope across, which is tied to a stalagmite on the other side.
Smart move.
So that gives you some extra security.
I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 15. So
you manage. You jump across. Your feet slide on the slick rocks, and you reach out and you grab onto the rope, and you steady yourself on the rope, and you manage to not fall into the water. I'm going to warn you guys that we are at the point where we have 30 minutes of play left. All
right.
Now, Phalar and Ragnar have just crossed the water. Kayem is just at the base of this circular stair that leads up to the bridge. But what none of you seem to have noticed is this massive creature right here who turns and walks forward out of his face, crushing forward, and then slamming 2 rocky fists into Kayem. Or attempting to.
Freaking stone golem.
Yeah.
Kayem, 2 stony fist attacks. One of them got a 22, and the other has an 11. I assume the 22
is going to hit.
A miss.
Yep. And I'm in a rage, so it'll be half damage. I'm assuming it's bludgeoning.
Indeed. This is bludgeoning damage. You take 15, so you'll take 7 points of bludgeoning damage due to your rage.
Nice. Nice. All right.
Meanwhile, the top of the next round, we're going to flip on over to the other side of the board, where Hadraad Hellfist has made his way across this side and is facing off against a single cultist right now. There are a few other cultists arraigned along the way up, but the cult leader has just tumbled to his death. Hadraad Hellfist, what would you like to do?
I would like to take this guy out.
Very good.
I'm going to swing the club like Big Luke. And that would be a natural 1 on my first attack, so sure that's not going to hit.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Do we use fumble rules? Fumble rules?
No.
Loses some stuff, falls down, hits his head, and next player.
No.
Really?
Nice try. Nice try, cultist. Hadraad, what, you got another attack?
Yeah, my second attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
And I'm going to hit with the club. It's going to do, ooh, that's nice, 8 points of damage.
You smack him for 8 points of damage. He still stands before you, bloodied, but woozy and standing his ground.
Do it! Might as well take him out. I will use another. I use flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows. Excellent. Go ahead and make an attack.
No, wait. No, you're not. Wait. We can work something out.
So that's 16 to hit.
16 is a hit, yes.
No.
Damage.
That's going to do 7 points.
All right, and that takes him out.
And I still have my movement, correct?
You do.
And I will move up. I'm going to start climbing. How far can I go up towards the altar?
You just want to climb straight up using your gloves of climbing.
Mm-hmm. The glove of climbing, so that's 45 feet as far as I can go.
I'm going to remove the...
Wait, no. Can we leave his body, please?
Yeah, you want to leave his body?
As a relic? Because I am a big fan of relics.
Okay, great. So, Hadraad, I believe the gloves of climbing, 1, give you advantage to your climb checks, and 2, allow you to move your normal move speed when climbing. So, as you come over here, 5, that's about 10 feet of movement. You will now need to make a climb check to get up the 10 feet to this point. That'll be 25 feet of movement, and please give me your climb check to do so.
Oh, 18 natural, plus 10 is going to be a 28.
Excellent. So you've made it to this point. You're on this ledge. You see the cult leader dying, laying there dead before you. 2 cultists to your left. There is now another 20-foot increment up to the top. Would you like to keep climbing?
Yes, I would.
Very good. Make me another climb check, please. Again, at advantage because of your gloves of climbing.
Oh, yeah. The first one was a 16 natural, so that's going to be 26.
So you do manage at the end of your movement to have made your way all the way up here, just 5 feet from the altar and 5 feet from the cultist holding the ritual goblet.
Well done, dude.
You're not invoking X-Guard, are you, Stephen?
You're not invoking X-Guard.
No,
I knew that was going to come up.
Avery, you're up.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind spinning the camera around so I can see who's on the island over there. Right. So, let's see. So I can definitely make it over to where everyone else is, right? Would you say? Assuming I made an athletics check that worked.
So you're actually about 30 feet from the river's edge right now. So with a standard move, you'll only barely reach the river. You will need another 10 feet of movement to get across.
Okay, and who's right next to me? Sorry, in the purple and brown.
That's Issaglyn.
That's me.
Issa. Okay, so I'm going to walk over to Issa, which is not that far, I know, and I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder and say, "It's time for you to fly." I cast the fly spell. You now have 60 feet of fly movement.
Excellent.
On your next turn.
Do it.
That's it for me.
Very good. Very good.
Amazing.
And Issa, it's your turn.
Can I, with the fly, can I get up to the top?
That is 60 feet of straight flight, straight line flight. Are you happy with that, or would you like to be somewhere else?
Where are the cultists, if you don't mind just kind of pointing them out?
I will happily do that. There is one right here next to Hadraad. I'll turn him so you can see his red stripe. There you go.
He's eating hearts right now. Right?
There is another one back here in the corner, a little further away.
Okay.
And then there are 2 more that are...
Put that down, DM.
That are down here. Down the cliff from here.
And I'm kind of like right in the middle, right? And where is Hadraad?
Hadraad is right here. Here's Hadraad.
Oh, he's all the way up there.
He climbed quite high on his turn. Yep. So that's the closest to you here. There's you having flown about 60 feet, and you can see maybe another 15 feet is this cultist on your right and Hadraad on your left.
So as my action, I'm going to try and cast Charm Person on the closest cultist.
Very good. That would be the one right next there to Hadraad.
And
that's the one doing the chanting?
It's a wisdom
That is the one doing the chanting.
Right? So wisdom check 14 for that.
Wisdom save DC 14, please, Dan.
Do I still have bless? Do I still have bless on me?
Number 6 had bless cast by number 7, who appears to be dead. So I'm afraid not.
Wah, wah.
That would have made the difference. Unfortunately, I have failed my save by 1 point.
Oh,
Yes.
So you are now charmed by me?
Yes.
Yes, mistress. I am pleased to take your orders.
Wait.
Yes.
Ruling here.
No,
Ruling
yep,
here.
yep.
You must make a wisdom saving throw, and do so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting the opponent.
Oh,
So you do get
excellent.
advantage on that saving throw.
Mistress, I shall re-roll this to determine whether I am merely mocking you or not. Yes, I mock you. Your powers have no capacity over me, a cultist of the great worm god.
Unfortunately,
Okay, so I am now... I'm still flying up though, right?
Yeah. So you've used your action
Okay,
now to
so-
cast the charm spell, which unfortunately he's resisted. You've gone your 60 feet to fly to that point. You have a bonus
Okay,
action.
so can I use a bonus action?
You can.
All right, so I'm going to use a bonus action with my bardic inspiration to Hadraad is up here, right?
Yep.
Right next to
he's-
me.
Yep. He's right there.
Okay, so he gains an inspiration die of 1d8, and so for 10 minutes, he can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This could
Excellent.
be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. And I kind of tell you, I always have my little book with me. So, which one do I want to talk to you about? More enduring than Midnight and Kelemvor, avatars of the gods. That's the story I'm going to start talking to him about right now. I'm going to read it
Excellent.
from my book.
Excellent. You inspire Hadraad with your dramatic reading. And it is now the cultist's turn. What remains of them?
Ref, do I have 3 or 4 left?
You have 4.
I have 4.
2.
All right.
I'll point them out to you.
Yeah.
You have 1 here next to Hadraad. You have
Yeah.
1 who's back in the back corner here, who's a little larger.
Right. Right.
There he is. You have 2 down here. There's 1 right next to
Right.
here, right next to the guardian.
Right.
1 kind of close, fairly close to him.
Right. Okay. They're going to try... They say the magic word mandatum, and they're going to try some commands. So the lowest one points at Hadraad and gives the command, dive!
Hadraad, make your save.
Come on, buddy.
and what
Don't forget your inspiration.
I know, I'm distracted. What save was it?
Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13. Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
plus 8 needed. Or 1d8. So
Yeah.
7. So that's a 10. I'm going to roll the d8.
Yep.
I'm going to use
Yeah.
it
Big
now.
roll. Big roll.
We need you up here. Big roll, dude.
14 altogether.
That is enough. That is enough to resist.
So it was a 13. Right?
With the bardic inspiration, you've managed to resist the compulsion.
Nice work, Warren.
No, good work, Chris. Thank you, Lisa.
You want to make out later?
Well done, Hadraad. Well done. I do it again. The next one does the exact The next one does the exact same thing and points at Hadraad and says, "Dive."
Excellent.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to make another save.
And you got no bardic inspiration on this.
Correct.
Roll right.
Come on.
All right.
Roll high.
Wisdom
13, baby.
Well, looks like I'm diving. I rolled
Uh-oh.
7 altogether.
God, there's our guy up there, man.
Two
Number
I can heal him,
yeah.
but we're running out of time.
Okay, number 5 casts Sanctuary on himself.
Very good. He's the one hiding in the back.
Which one is
Correct.
He's hiding.
Correct. And sure enough,
This one's
number
far back
4,
here.
who is holding the goblet,
Okay.
and is in mere feet away from Hadraad, and is shaking a bit at this point, says, "Various vel diem eu condimentum," and pulls up the one on the top and looks at it for a while. And then continues it like this.
Oh my God.
All right, we got one more round. We got one more round to get to him. If not, if we don't run out of time before that.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's cultist number 4, by the way.
That's number. Technically, it's number 6. Dan got that wrong. That is cultist number 6.
All right, cultist number 6.
All right.
Kayem, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right. So what is my kind of air distance if I was going to try to throw something at the dude who just ate the heart there?
Probably
Am I
less
going
than
within
100 feet.
less than
Roughly.
100?
Yep.
All right. And then distance to the top with my potion of climbing. How much do I have to get up there?
Probably about 40 feet straight up. Now
40
your
feet
potion of
straight up.
climbing, yeah. Your potion.
It gives
of
me. I
climbing-
think it doesn't give me a negative for and it gives me advantage on strength checks and stuff. But it doesn't. Actually, I got it right here.
Yeah. Is it just like the gloves?
Kayem, sitting next to you, I say to you, go. I will try to strike the cultist who is eating the living hearts. You try to climb to get to our friend.
All right. So the point it's climbing speed equal to my walking speed, and advantage on strength or athletic checks to climb. So
just like the gloves. Just like the gloves. Yep. Excellent.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go for that to climb up.
So use your action to fish out and drink the potion. You've drunk the potion. You are now climbing up. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, which, because you're raging, is at advantage.
And also with the potion, doesn't it also
double advantage. So unfortunately, advantage. Yeah. It's just advantage.
So, I'm just advantage.
Just keep rolling until you hit it. Don't worry about it.
It's going to be, what was it for athletics? So it's going to be a 17 total.
Yeah. Okay.
I rolled a double 11 on that one.
So you climb very rapidly using the potion. With your regular move, you're able to climb all the way up to the top. As you reach the top,
attack of opportunity, ref?
You have left the attack range of the stone creature down here.
I figured that.
So he does get an attack.
I figured that.
Which he's rolled a natural 19 on the die. For 19.
So I'll take
points of bludgeoning
take
damage.
9.
Which
take
will
9 for that one.
9.
Do I have to?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But you have made it all.
No,
the way
I did.
up to
That's
the
why
top.
I knew I had that. That's why I went for it.
I think you have a bonus left if you have anything, Kayem.
I can't. I've got no more movement. And there's no. But you know what, man? But if I go into a frenzy, can I take a chance to throw a javelin at the head? The heart eater up there.
I think that needs to be stated when you go into the rage.
Yeah, so I think it's part of entering the rage. You decide that it is a frenzied rage. So you have a certain number of rages, so you could invoke a new rage to go frenzied. But again, that's gonna need a bonus action to make it happen.
Okay. Well then, I'll do that then as my bonus action to go into another rage and make it a frenzy rage.
You are now in a frenzy. Phalar, your turn.
I'm going to fire the purple flame, the guiding bolt at the cultist that is devouring the still pulsating hearts.
Excellent. What?
This is a ranged attack.
No!
It is right dog, if I can find it. It's so hard to like figure it out.
There it is. Oh, we just saw it.
There it is. There it is.
Didn't see it. Nope. Don't believe it. Nope. Didn't see it. Might have moved it. Might have moved it while I was moving the camera. Suspicious. Don't believe it. Make him re-roll it, Ref. Make him re-roll it.
That's awesome, dude.
Those
Don't believe
dice were given to me by Joseph Manganello.
Thanks, Joey.
Give us your damage. Double the
Yeah.
dice.
Not a fan. Not a big fan. Nope. Don't like this at all.
So that's 46 times 2. So I'm going to just pop it as 8d6. Why not? Because I never get to do this. That's 10, 15, 17,
Yes.
18, 19, 21, 26.
With an explosion of radiant damage, the cultist just flies to bits. Hadraad finds himself plastered by smoking remains of cultists. The cultist is completely obliterated. A pair of smoking boots remains where that cultist once stood.
And the next person who attacks, although he's flaming, so it doesn't even matter.
He is completely gone. Ragnar.
That's
you're
getting a picture. I'm sorry, I haven't touched the dice yet, and that's just
awesome.
That's just getting a picture
How
sent to
nice
you
is
guys
it to
right
roll
now.
as
Excellent.
a player?
Well, let's go.
Like
Let's
to
do
get
it
it
one
out
at a time.
there.
Let's
I
finish this last guy.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I
Go,
know.
go.
Sorry.
Ragnar,
All
you're
right.
up.
I know
So
we're running short on time.
I'm seeing bloody guts like flying through the air, and one of my friends just got attacked by a rocky beast. Being a gnome and a paladin, I don't like the fact that that somebody just hit my friend, so I'm going right after the stone golem.
Okay.
And with a bonus action, I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite upon my sword.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm going to attack him.
Okay, great.
And I'm also going to attack with radiant damage. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, everybody see
Good.
that?
Is that a double?
Excellent.
Two in a row.
Photoshopped. Don't believe it. Too unlikely. No, can't. That's
Sure,
that
we
would
have it
be-
twice in a row. That's ridiculous. That's clear now. It's clear. Now we see what's happening. This is going to the board afterwards. There's going to be several grievances about what's going on with this one. It doesn't make any sense at all.
All right, so that will be. So that's going to be 9 points plus radiant damage. That's what is that? 1d8? Oh, excuse me, 2d8.
Yep, double dice.
All right, so that is an 8 plus 7, so that's 15. 16 points. All right, plus 2d6. So that's 19 points total times 2. So that's 38 points.
38.
Now there's 38 points. The first part of that was just normal weapon damage. Is that right?
So that was, so that was a 4 plus a 4.
Yeah.
So that was 8.
That's 8 points.
Then I rolled.
Right.
That was just just like normal damage. Yeah.
Right. So he is resistant to that piece of the damage. Okay.
All right.
So he takes 34.
Yeah.
34 points of damage.
Very good. Very good.
That was regular. That was regular weapon. That was he was. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is your
noticed
weapon
that.
magical? I'm not screwing that up, am I? Does Ragnar have a
No,
magical?
I'm not. But good.
No.
to know.
I didn't turn it magical. It was just thunderous smite.
Yeah. So the thunder and the radiant damage all blast the rock creature. Bits of pebble and gravel go smashing away from it as you slam into it with your sword. And he's somewhat resistant to the sword strike itself, but all the magical power certainly blasts him back, and he just silently kind of thunders backwards and then raises his fist, just ready to attack it.
And then with my second attack.
Oh,
no! I get 2 attacks.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead. Give us the other.
What?
All right, so
You can stop rolling.
this
20s
one's
at
not nearly
point.
as
It'd be
good.
great.
So it's Total of 14.
That is not a hit, unfortunately.
All right.
Anything else, Ragnar?
I guess I can start moving up. I'm going to start moving up the. I don't know how far I went from the water to him.
So, Ragnar, you want to use the last 10
right.
feet of your movement to start climbing these stairs?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So that does not take you out of the threat range of the earth creature. So there's no attack of opportunity yet. So the creature, just from where he stands, slams his fists into Ragnar. I got an 18 and a 19 on the die here. So that's about as good as this thing can roll. He slams 2 giant stony fists into Ragnar as Ragnar starts to climb the stair. The first strike does 19 points of damage, bludgeoning.
What did he roll?
26.
Yeah, I think he hit me.
Yeah. The second hit is a 27.
Yeah, he got you, dude.
So he hit you for 19 on the first hit, and the second hit, another 18 points of damage. Slams you with 2 huge, heavy, rocky fists.
So he knocked me, and I have fallen prostrate upon the ground.
It's all right, dude. I'm right next to you. Man.
Love
I
hearing
can
that.
revivify.
I am not worried.
All right. This ends this round, and we're now in the final round stage. So this is our last round of play before we run out of time. And we're at the top of the round with Hadraad.
So I've been
Who is
told
under a
to
command to dive.
Who is under a command to dive?
Which direction do I have to dive?
Obviously, it's in your benefit to just jump forward, but what I will do is I will randomize it using a die.
I would argue it's clearly downward. Diving is clearly a thing you do head first downward.
Yep.
Usually
Dive
in the
up.
water. You want to go in the water, we'll accept that. We'll accept clearly diving is a thing that normally is done in water. So go for the water, I would say.
Since there's conflict for, he could potentially simply dive forward to this point, which is downward, and so I'm going to roll a d12 here and read it like a clock face, with 12 being straight forward from Hadraad, which would be right into the platform there. I have rolled a 7 though, so he chooses to dive this direction onto the high priest, onto the corpse of the high priest. You are going to take some bludgeoning damage for landing heavily.
Real quick, am I allowed to use my reaction to slow fall?
Oh, that's big.
Yes. I think yes.
Right.
I think
Diving isn't slow. Diving is very fast. We all know what diving. Everyone here knows. Everyone watching knows what diving looks like, and diving isn't slow. We all know this is totally fixed.
Hadraad, you used your action to jump off of here. You did manage to reaction slow fall, land gracefully. So you dive and then tumble forward into a forward roll and land with the grace that you are known for, adjacent to the high priest's corpse, and then wonder, why did I just do this? You have movement and a bonus left. What would you like to do?
If I have movement left, I'm flying right back up.
Very good. I will need an athletics check to do that.
Okay.
Which, because of your gloves, you will have advantage on.
I am a little confused here, but I'm climbing back up. That would be a 17 total.
Yeah, no problem. So that's 20 feet to get to here. Where would you like to go from there?
Where's the guy eating the hearts?
He's dead. He has been shot with, exploded in... You can see the goblet actually laying here on the ground with a couple of objects still in it. You can see there's the altar that the goblet was on originally. There, under a cloak, is your friend Eric, and nearby another cultist.
Do I have enough movement to pick up Eric?
I'm going to say you have enough movement to walk over to Eric, but you will need let's see, you still have your bonus action. I will let you scoop up Eric into your arms as you stand here.
Can I get a ruling on that? Why does the bonus action allow that?
Because he's not going anywhere further, and I'm gonna, there's typically as part of your move, you're allowed to unsheath weapons or get equipment out. So I'm gonna allow the bonus action to be like basically
I object.
He's mid.
I object.
Squat
That
and
is not
lift.
a legitimate bonus action. Bonus actions need special abilities. I object to that.
I'm gonna green card that.
Oh, what? No, do not accept that.
Hadraad, unfortunately, that's the end of your round, and that was your full action. Avery, it's your turn.
Then I'd like to target some magic missiles in the direction of that cultist that I can see.
There are, in fact, 2 within visual range of you. 1 here, 1 here.
Right? Okay, I can get both. Okay, I'm going to do 4 into the first cultist and 3 into the second cultist.
Very good.
So
okay,
first can be the one closest to the wall.
Very good.
So I guess that was my 4th. Added 3 to 12. That's 15 points.
15 points of force damage into the first cultist. Kills.
Yes. Phenomenal. All right. Let's see if we can get a good roll on the next one. 3 more bolts. Ooh, 4 plus 1. That's 5. Come on, high. 3 plus 1 is another 9 points total.
Still up.
And
He's still up.
4 plus 1. 4 plus 1, 9. That's 14.
That is sufficient to kill.
Yes.
That was damn close.
That was. Yep.
Yes, I would like to see a D20 roll. I would like to see a D20 roll, and on a natural 1, the wand disintegrates.
Yeah, actually, that is true. When you use all the,
It's a great,
when you use all the charges
All right,
like
let's
that,
go.
you do need to roll a D20.
12.
Wand does not do
So can I move up right to where like to where I can be holding our guy, what's his name?
Eric. He's being held by Hadraad right now, right?
So Hadraad has him, but you can certainly swoop up there and help.
Okay, let me just ask if I can do this then. Can I cast Liam's tiny hut and pull us into it? Me and Eric and whoever else can come in, like Hadraad?
If you're on there, yeah.
So like my movement will get me up there, right?
So yeah, you could get up there and then cast the hut and surround yourselves. You could do that, absolutely.
That's what I would like to do, please.
Okay. Issaglyn flies up to adjacent here and then casts the spell Liam's tiny hut.
It's the best spell.
It's my favorite
dome
spell.
of force springs around you, remaining stationary for 8 hours.
Yes, it does.
You can command the interior to be lit or dark as you see. It is opaque from the outside of any color you choose.
It would be purple.
Pick a color.
Excellent.
It would be purple,
baby.
And I'm making sure that Eric is with me in said hut.
Excellent. A purple dome appears around you and Eric and Hadraad, cutting you off from the outside world. Remaining cultist?
That was interesting.
You're not allowed in my hut, remaining cultist. I don't want you in here.
He momentarily, what is this? I do not know what this is. And he momentarily tries to get into it, but fails. And then uses his move to move to the other side of the platform. Yeah.
Is he trying to stay up on the lip or going down the stairs?
He's going for the lever. He's going for the lever,
Lever?
Very good.
Goddamn lever.
Master
was not aware of a lever.
The ritual was interrupted.
I think that's going to suck for me.
Throw the lever. I will throw the lever. And I throw it.
Excellent.
Like this.
Okay. Hang on, you're making me do it. A complex ruling here, so I gotta consult.
I know.
Is the lever inside the hut? That could be inside the hut.
Because we're talking Liam's tiny hut versus the lever.
Yeah.
I am
Team
the
Liam.
new high priest.
Hold on. You guys have
Immobile
to
dome. The dome is immobile.
Tell me what happens.
Iliagni, the high priest Iliagni.
Immobile dome.
I am throwing the lever. I have completed.
The lever's in the hut.
All right.
Yeah,
The dome can't be moved.
Here we go. Just for the visual effect, because it's fun. He throws the lever, which opens a trap door, sending plummeting anything above it below. Unfortunately, you're absolutely correct that the Liam's tiny hut is immobile. So and it is completely spherical. It is a complete sphere. So a purple sphere remains sitting at the top.
Dude, and Saved by Lehman's tiny hut, man. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Expertly played. Saved by Lehman's hut, the group remains safely inside their sphere of force atop the open trapdoor.
Chrissy, it worked! It worked! Saved.
No. Excellent.
That's phenomenal.
I just gotta finish things out here with the end of the round. Kayem, you are up.
I mean, what do we? Everything's done over there. The spectral is still there. I'm assuming the
spectral guardian is still there, kind of threateningly at the edge of the bridge.
I mean, was that pretty much the end of
Get the points, man. Attack the guardian.
So
we got
Phalar
points.
and Ragnar still get a turn before we end here.
All right, then I'll take a javelin throw at the guy that threw the. How many feet away from him am I?
Would you like to move part way across the bridge first before you do that?
I'll take that, because I don't know where that spectral, I don't think went too far over there. So if I can get within 30 feet of him.
Let's see.
I'm kind of yelling at you, don't go on the bridge, but
it is not
right.
30 feet, unfortunately. It is in fact from here to there, that is 40 feet. So you hurl your javelin.
Go on the bridge.
Your max range. What's the max range of your javelin?
Well, my max range is actually 120 with it, so it's just with disadvantage.
So unfortunately, it is at disadvantage. Correct.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take 3 disadvantage shots at him. See if I can hit him with any of these
I have
javelins.
sanctuary.
Yes. For each attack, you will have to make a wisdom save, DC 13, to make the attack.
The high priest cast sanctuary on himself. One round ago.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I got it. I got a
wisdom
natural
save.
17. Natural 17. I got so 18. 18 total. All right. So disadvantage shot is going to be a 12.
That is a miss, I believe.
Yeah, I figured.
That is a miss. You do have to make a wisdom saving throw for each shot.
I'll make it again.
Very good.
I'm not going to get it on this one. That's going to be a 5, so I'm not going to get the wisdom on that one. So for the third one,
unable to resist.
Powers are great.
Nah, it's just going to be a 7.
Oh, unfortunately, the protective magic of the worm.
I'm just going to put the axe over my shoulder and kind of like a Calarek kind of motion, and just kind of I'm done for the day.
Excellent.
But I'm going to say, yay, go hut.
Phalar.
The worm god protects his true adherents.
If I choose to cure wounds on Ragnar, can I? Will that bring him out of death saves, or do I need to use Spare the Dying?
Yeah, I think a cure will bring him out.
All right, then I am going to separate, and my movement is a little tough to see from where he is. I want to get to him. Obviously, how many feet is that going to be?
He's about 20 feet from you.
Okay.
But in a straight line, you worry that gets you within reach of the earth elemental.
The opportunity attack. I will take an opportunity attack against the stone golem so that I can get to Ragnar. Because I don't want any of us down for lost points on this. All right. So do you want to op-tack me now?
So no, actually. So you've entered his range of attack, but you haven't left it.
Okay.
He's actually got reach.
I want to cure wounds on Ragnar right now, which is a 1d8 plus 6. I got a 6, so 12 points back to hit points.
Excellent.
And then I want to take my last remaining 10 feet and go closer to the stone behemoth so that Ragnar cannot be attacked. Or not necessarily can't be attacked, but that he would attack me first.
Right. The hell's a behemoth? Trying to interpose yourself between yourself and Ragnar.
Behemoth.
You interpose yourself between Ragnar and the earth elemental. Ragnar, you're the last one here. What are you doing?
I'm the So last attack.
You're up. You have hit points rather. You're laying prone on the ground. Do you have anything you would like to do?
This is the last little bit, huh?
This is the very
This is
very
it,
end.
man.
This is it.
This is the very end.
Do it.
I'm going right after that stupid golem.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Get up.
So put.
Use the remainder of your movement to close with him.
You can't keep a good man down. All right. So it's a 20 total.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. So he's resistant to this part of it. So that's 9 points that he's resistant to. So what is that? That's
like
4
4.
that he takes?
Yep.
Yep. All right. Now he is going to Thunderous Smite is concentration, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah. Okay. So he's all right. So he's just going to do radiant damage then.
Very good.
So that's 11 points of radiant damage.
You smash into him with your radiant damage, again exploding bits of rubble and gravel off of him, but the hulking creature still stands, ready to take swipes at you. Good. He will make an attack at each of you, since you are both right there. One at Phalar.
Oh no!
Rolled a natural 1.
Oh wait! I get 2 attacks.
Oh! Go ahead. Give me your second attack.
Yeah. It's going to be 18 total.
But you've definitely hit him.
Okay.
Definitely hit him.
Yeah, you hit him anyway.
So that's 5 point damage.
Very good.
So it's
So it
2
takes 2.
2 points.
You're like Andy
and he's
Dufresne with
going
your little kick out.
7 total points of radiant damage.
Very good. Still
Not quite.
easily up. He takes one swipe at you, Ragnar. I got a total of a 19 here. Does that hit you?
Yo, definitely.
All right. And let's see if I can knock you back down in the very end of this game.
We don't want you knocked down,
15,
dude.
15 points of damage.
Sadly,
Huxford,
Ragnar.
you dropped again. The whole purpose was
Ragnar
to keep you
drops.
up.
That, my friends, is the end of the game. Thank you so much, East Coast Slayers, for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic, man.
Guys,
Well
that was fun.
Dan Paul,
So much
thank
You
you.
guys were awesome.
So much fun.
You're great.
Here,
That was a lot of fun.
we are now going to calculate your score. Any predictions?
No,
We won.
I think we killed it.
What?
I've never
Overall, I think
played D&D with, like,
player-wise, I think Steve did so much damage.
We certainly
And,
killed a lot
in
of
the hut.
creatures.
Hut's insane.
Liam and his
Hey,
tiny hut.
yeah.
I've been talking about that for days.
Another shout out to
And
Dwarven
actually,
Forge.
and Hadraad too. Hodor killed a lot of guys too. But I think Steve did a ton of damage as far as
Dude, as the cleric,
offensive is concerned.
I
The one
gotta
character
be
you
honest.
didn't
That
wanna
was
be,
like
Steve.
wild. Like I've never
Okay.
Steve, and I wanted to be the cleric. Like I thought I was going to be a dwarven cleric, and I was like all set up. And then like you guys changed the characters and stuff, so that was fun.
Keith, you were giving a shout out. Who are you shouting out, dude?
Shout out Dwarven Forge. That's a great set. It was so easy to see everything along the way.
We got the chance to
That's true.
hang with Stefan in Brooklyn a couple years ago with Force
Yep.
Gray. And just such a nice dude and such an amazing company.
Excellent. All right, I'm now going to put your scores up on the screen here. Okay, East Coast Slayers coming in at 10,200 points. Congratulations, that's pretty good.
Thank you. Pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, just being beaten out by second best, currently still maintaining the top of our leaderboard, a group of improv comedians out of Brooklyn, miraculously faking us out with their humorous stylings and underplaying their prowess at the game. A very, very good score there. A very good score. You should be very proud of that, East Coast Slayers. Well done.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you, man.
much.
That was awesome. That
Represent.
was great. That was a lot of fun.
That
Let's
was,
do
you
this.
guys are amazing.
Do this
So much
again.
props to both of you.
I
Yeah,
would like
absolutely.
to say that this group really brought the heat. This is the first time that I've seen a long distance spell duel like this in the game. They were very proficient with their use of magic. It made it very dangerous for me to attempt to continue the ritual. And therefore, I really have to give a great deal of praise to myself for fending them off as long as I did. And by consuming a large number of the purple worm hearts, I was able to suppress their score. And keep from the top. So I really have to say the adversary did a really great job on this one. And if they dare to come back on a future show, I think I figured out their rather unique strategy. So I will fully defeat them next time. Yes.
Thank you again to the East Coast Slayers for joining us in our game today. And our special thanks to Dwarven Forge for sponsoring our show. Please visit them at dwarvenforge.com. And thank you, viewers, for joining us. And we will see you next time on The Big Bad.